Hey horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. It's time to do a movie review for the latest Stephen King adaptation, Dr. Sleep. Now, Dr. Sleep is a 2019 supernatural horror movie. It is written and directed by Mike Flanagan, and of course, it is based on the Dr. Sleep novel by Stephen King of the same name. This movie stars Ian McGregor, Rebecca Ferguson, Kaylee Curran, and Cliff Curtis. Now, of course, we had a remake of Stephen King's novel, Pet Sematary. That was not as good, very disappointing. So let's see if they can make it up, as I will tell you what I thought about Dr. Sleep. Now, taking place several years after the events of The Shining, the now adult Dan, or Danny Torrance, encounters a young girl that actually has similar powers to himself. She can sign just like shine as he signs. They also learn about a cult called True Knot, who prey upon children with this shine abilities, and it allows them to be somewhat immortal. Oh boy. Dan must protect this girl from this group before she becomes their next victim, and that's basically what this movie is about. Now, as an avid Stephen King fan, I was pretty overjoyed when word came out that Warner Brothers was going to make a film based upon his 2013 novel, which of course is a sequel from his 1977 novel, The Shining, Dr. Sleep. I was also very excited when Mike Flanagan was brought in to write and direct the film. Now, Mike has grown a good track record as a writer and director in the horror genre. We have Hush, we have Oculus, Ouija, Origin of Evil, and Gerald's Game, which is another Stephen King novel. Now, based on those success, he's a perfect choice to helm this project. Now, this is an excellent and spooky horror movie. Flanagan did an excellent job of continuing Stephen King's story from The Shining. Now, when you break it down, it's quite a simple story. The now adult Dan Torrance meets a girl who has similar abilities like himself. He can shine just like she can. She shines just like he shines. And they're threatened by an evil cult of psychic vampires. See? Very simple. Now, it uses some very creepy imagery, visuals, excellent acting from Ian McGregor, Rebecca Ferguson, and newcomer Kaylee Curran, and a fantastic score from the Newton brothers. You have yourself a pretty good follow-up from Stanley Kubrick's film, and in my opinion, a movie that's even better than the book this is based on. Yes, I actually liked this movie. It's a very good horror movie. Now, one of the things I liked about this movie is how well the story is written. Flanagan did such a great job in telling a complex story, especially a story coming from King, because we know how complex he can make these stories, make his stories are. He allows the audience, first of all, to get caught up what's going on with Danny after he and his mother escaped the Overlook Hotel, and what's happening now as he turns into an adult. He's not doing that very well. He's an alcoholic. He's just basically trying to forget all the traumas he suffered at being at the Overlook Hotel when happened to his father. Now, Flanagan also does a good job of introducing Rose and the cult True Knot, and just how it shows how dangerous they are. I mean, they don't care who you are. If you can shine, they will suck your steam out from you. I also like how we're introduced to Abra. That's the little girl. First of all, we see how special she is, and she knows that she's special. And later on as a teenager. Now, none of this is rushed. It's well-paced, and allows the audience, the characters, to grow on the audience. As the film progresses, we start caring for all these audiences, and we also know that Rose the Hat is no joke when it comes to being a bad guy, or a bad woman. Now, obviously, the acting is top-notch here. Ian McGregor is great as Dan Torrance. He plays Dan with the correct amount of pain and sorrow, who's trying his best to remain sober. As we see in the beginning of the movie, he's drunk, he really has no direction what he wants to do in his life. But he also shows he cares about the people around him, whether it's the patients at the hospice that he works for, or when he starts communicating with Abra. That's the nice character arc that he goes through throughout the film. Despite all that he's been through, he wants to do the right thing. Now, Rebecca Ferguson, who played a different role here, is great as the villain Rose the Hat. Once we're introduced to her and her arrest of her psychic vampire to True Knot, we know that she's not a threat to be taken lightly. Yeah, what I do mean not lightly at all. You know she's evil when she's willing to kill children, and people who saw the film know what I'm talking about. The one thing Rose loves is her flock of vampires and Crow Daddy. Or, of course, sucking the steam out from her victims. Yeah, Rose is no joke in this picture. She was no joke in the book, and she's definitely no joke here. Now, I really like Kaylee Curran as Aubrey. She plays her as a confident and level-headed teenager who also isn't afraid of Rose. She's not timid. She's not scaredy. I mean, she knows what's going on. She knows she has these abilities, and she's not afraid of Rose, too. There are some certain scenes that really play on how great her confidence is in the film. I truly love that about Aubrey. Kylie and Evan also have good chemistry together, and you hope that they both survive this ordeal they find themselves in. Another thing I loved about this movie is the music that the Newton brothers have scored here. Now, there are some subtle notes similar to the music from The Shining, and it gave me goosebumps on my neck when I heard it because it reminded me of the certain scenes in The Shining. The music in certain scenes also adds an extra amount of tension and suspense during the movie. It just flows right to the movie. There are certain scenes in the film, and the music just adds that touch of suspense and tension in the scenes as well. Now, with any adaptation from novels and books, it's pretty obvious that Flanagan made some changes from the source material, but I won't reveal what they are, but I'm pretty sure from people who read the book know what I'm talking about. I also believe those changes that Flanagan made the movie even better than the book itself. Now, obviously, not everything is perfect about this film. There are some logic gaps here and there. There's some unbelievable stuff that happens that you wouldn't actually take for a teenage girl to be able to do without having her parents being notified, and some of the stuff but I kind of pass it along, you know, just some notches. Not everything is perfect in this book, but I actually did enjoy this movie. So, as I stated before, this is an excellent adaptation, and it makes up for the disappointing Pet Sematary remake. Now, I also believe that if this film is successful, and I believe it will be, we will be seeing remakes of Cujo and Christine to be greenlit sometime soon. Because you know how Hollywood is. So, the Horror Miser is going to open up its vote. And I'm going to give Dr. Sleep 3.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Giving it 3.5 out of my 5 gold coins. Yeah, I really truly enjoyed this movie. It's not great, but it's pretty good. I think a lot of people will enjoy Dr. Sleep. So, my horror fans, what do you think about Dr. Sleep? Did you think this was a great adaptation of Stephen King's novel? Or do you think it missed the mark in some places? Leave your comments down in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about Dr. Sleep. So, horror fans, that's my video for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules. Jed, take us home. We're out.
Sometimes that is better.